What a show today. This is The Herd. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening. iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. I've had so much fun today. I cried during the show today.
Been through a lot of emotions.
A lot of emotions today. I cried. Thanks, Budweiser. This tearjerker's for you. They did a thing with Dwayne Wade, who's playing his last home game tonight. And during the last hour, I'm reading it and crying. And I literally had sop up this mess on my desk.
It is. It's a really nice.
Oh my God! I'm just gonna watch D Wade and cry, and I'm gonna go home and I love crying. I really do. I cry at least once a week.
Like happy cries?
Oh, happy cries. I'll go to YouTube and watch music and get emotional, and
that's nice.
You know what it is? As I get older, I can see the end. I mean, like of my life. It's like an hour and a half away. So now, like I said, when you're in your 20s and 30s, there's no time to cry. I got things to do, places to go. Now I can see, I can see the end of the building.
We're really just covering it all today, huh?
I got the show.
A little bit morbid. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think you'll be around for a while.
Have you noticed the longer you work with me, the more sad and pathetic my life is?
I don't think you have a pathetic life at all. I think you flew to Vegas for a few hours to see a magic show on Sunday.
It was incredible. Illusion. Magic is illusion, and illusion is magic. It was fascinating. Sirius XM Channel 83. We're also on that. 15 minutes, Chris Haynes on the show. We argued yesterday. Best for last. If you think Virginia had an amazing redemption story. By the way, they did. Beaten in the first round last year, came all the way back, same dudes, and won it this year. We'll have that best for last, talking about the great redemption stories of all time. Well, the big news in the NFL yesterday, after I got off the air, Aaron Rodgers responded to a piece by Bleacher Report's Tyler Dunn that talked about he and Mike McCarthy's relationship. And here was yesterday, Aaron Rodgers firing back.
The thing is about this article, it's not a mystery. This was a smear attack by a writer looking to advance his career, talking with mostly irrelevant, bitter players who all have an agenda, whether they're advancing their own careers or just trying to stir old stuff up. And then what happens is the same tired media folks picking it up and talking about it. This just emphasizes their opinion about me already. The crazy thing is there's super slanted opinions in that piece stated as fact. And then there's quote-unquote facts, which are just outright lies.
Oh, my God. The NFL's most openly liberal California progressive quarterback went Donald Trump. Bitter. Smear campaign. Out to get me. He went red hat. Aaron put it on and called everybody bitter and useless and liars and smear attack and out to get me. How ironic yesterday was for Aaron. If you just wrote those words down, they're very Trumpian. I do not believe everybody just makes stuff up about Aaron and they're just out to get him. I don't believe that. I don't read stories like this about Matt Ryan or Phillip Rivers or Andrew Luck or Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's the only quarterback to ever be criticized, but oh God, this felt so Trumpian. And by the way, it's a very good strategy. He even did, and this is what the Donald does, he goes to the favorable media, Fox News, who sort of takes care of him and sees his world. Well, where did Aaron go? Not to a Peter King, over to Milwaukee Radio, who just lobs up softball so Aaron can hit him out of the park. And oh, by the way, in both cases, it works. There is so much distrust in the media. I read the surveys. That it works. It galvanizes your base. Trump's approval rating this morning is 53%. The Mueller report doesn't land like the Democrats, liberals wanted it to, and boom, more power than ever. And this morning in Green Bay, and that community, and everybody's rallying around him, and the Green Bay media saying, those national guys don't know what they're talking about, and the Green Bay fans and the cheeseheads, and Aaron played to his base. It's actually brilliant. He borrowed a page from our current president, who, by the way, I wouldn't vote for, but I don't have a problem that many of you do. It's America. Our republic's built for that. My biggest concern's always been the erosion of the trust in the media, not the people who the media criticizes. But in this case, it was absolutely, you can see where it's coming from. Aaron Rodgers is now 35, increasingly brittle. His division and his conference is better. They are not as good, as talented as the Bears. The roster isn't as good as the Vikings. And Aaron's now looking at 34, 35 years old right in the face. He had a locker room he had to seize. He's got a new coach that nobody knows and nobody's quite sure they trust. And Aaron had to get that locker room back. And he did it. And he galvanized his base. And he went to local media and put on a red hat, and everybody's out to get him, and it's fake, and they're bitter, and it's just some media guy trying to elevate his career. Oh, boy. Okay. By the way, he also did, this is a great tactic. This is a tactic I've seen recently from the White House, which is throw something out there that kind of sounds right until you actually go beneath the surface. Here's something else Aaron said.
If I really dislike Mike that much, why would I re-sign? Knowing if I play well and we do what we do around here, we made the playoffs 8 straight years, then I got hurt, we missed the playoffs, it's going to be me and Mike my entire career. So if I really disliked him that much, you think I'd re-sign? Is the money that important to me? I'll tell you, it's not. Quality of life is important.
Oh, God, that sounds so right on the surface. Yeah! Except for in the NFL, quarterbacks are trapped. They had a franchise tag you for multiple years. You couldn't have gotten out if you wanted to get out. All you have to do is take a little shovel and dig a little deeper on that quote. And that, my friends, is fake news. Listen, if you want to believe this morning that everybody is just out to get Aaron, the Gunslinger book, multiple sources saying things, they're all just out to get him. Jeff Pearlman, the writer's out to get him. Tyler Dunn's out to get him. Jeff Saturday, one of the nicest guys I've ever met who played with him, out to get him. Craig Knoll, the backup for Favre, who heard stuff, out to get it. Go for it. Go for it. I don't do a show trying to convince you how to feel. I do a show telling you how I feel. It can land how it wants to land. But yesterday was playing to your base, galvanizing it, saying the kind of things that rallies them around you. I just thought it was incredibly ironic that the NFL's most openly progressive, politically liberal quarterback donned a red hat. Also, this NFL news, and I think it's newsworthy to a point. Stephen Jones, son of Jerry, Cowboy, says Dak Prescott's contract has to be, quote, team-friendly. Psychology plays a real part. It's a real component of negotiations. Ask yourself, if Dak Prescott was on the open market, what teams would be interested at $23 to $25 to $27 million a year? Ask yourself. Cincinnati, he could sell some tickets as a former Cowboy quarterback. Miami, maybe, but I'm not sure. Nobody would spend that. Frankly, there's not many NFL teams available. I would start with 0 that have a great roster and all they need is a quarterback. Most of the teams drafting a quarterback are a mess. They're rebuilding, and they need a guy that they can build around for 10 years. But on the open market, what's he worth? He's worth what the Dallas Cowboys will pay him. But I do think Dak has one thing going for him, and it's real. As Jerry Jones ages, there's a psychological edge to Dak Prescott. And that is a big part of negotiations. Number one, Dak Prescott supported Jerry Jones during that anthem situation in Dallas. Kind of saved the season. Dak Prescott saved Jerry when Tony Romo got hurt. This 4th rounder from Mississippi State filled the stadium up. And Dak wins enough games to make the Cowboys relevant and keep them on TV. And that's always been a really big thing. Don't forget, Jerry moved the Rams to L.A. He was the one that lubricated that with all the owners and Stan Kroenke. Is that I do think there's an argument to be made that Jerry feels a strong sense of loyalty to Dak Prescott. Because on the open market, maybe I'm wrong, I don't see anybody dropping 25 large to 28 large. I think right now the Vikings, deep down, probably regret a little what they paid Kirk Cousins, who just gets really tight in big games. But Dak's got that going for him. Save the team after Romo, anthem thing, makes him relevant. And I think as Jerry's aged, he appreciates that more than ever. Dak, I think, will get his contract and get his money. Chris Haynes around the corner with a new Laker LeBron rumor. This one's coming hard and fast. That's next. Listen, 66% of men lose their hair by the age of 35 years old. Start to notice it, generally too late. Go to forhims.com, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. Listen, this is real doctors online, not in person. They ask questions, 4, 5, or 6. You answer them, and they ship products directly to your door. You're not going to the doctor, and you're not going to the pharmacy. You know the bottom line there. You're going to have to pay money, a copay, something. These are real doctors and medical-grade solutions to help you keep your hair, not gas station counter supplements. For $5, you can get in the door, try it out while supplies last. Go to the website for full details and safety information. Go to forhims.com/Colin, C-O-L-I-N. Forhims.com/Colin. Thanks to science, baldness now, optional. Forhims.com. One-stop shop. Sexual wellness, skincare, hair loss for dudes.